I do miss the Round Rock Express. Good team. Good team to root for.
Dude, me and Nora go to their games. I was gonna say all the time, but that's not true. Like maybe like once or twice a year, we'll go to a Round Rock Express game. And boy, oh boy, are those fun. There was even one year that me and Nora like dressed up because we got there pretty early.
As The Rock?
No. They were like, hey, you guys look like a young, fun couple. What if we put you guys into some suits and y'all stack hamburgers, and then the person who like finishes first will like you win. And we're like, fuck yeah, it's cool. It involved us running back and forth.
You were like, so what are we talking? Armani, Gucci, what kind of suit?
They actually put me in a sticker. If anyone's ever been to Whataburger, so you're basically like stacking a Whataburger, and then on top is like the specialty stickers, like a ketchup or mustard sticker, stuff like that. Yeah. So I'm like wearing boots, and I'm like, Nora, like we're gonna be running in front of like thousands of people right now.
I'm gonna dust you. Is that what you told me?
No, if you could just like slow down a little bit, because I'm wearing cowboy boots right now. I want to be slip sliding on this turf, shit like that. And she's like, okay, I know how to run in boots. I smoked her. Oh my god!
So funny.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need you to run a little bit slower, and then you just run at full speed. Like,
yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, and I won a $25 Whataburger gift card. Didn't work. The gift card did not work at all.
Are you serious?
Yes, me and Nora went to Whataburger because we were like, oh fuck yeah, we're gonna like smoke some weed, fucking get some Whataburger, really live it up. And it was actually breakfast, Whataburger breakfast, because it's banging if you haven't had it.
Yeah, Whataburger breakfast is top tier in Texas. Yeah.
Yeah. So I go to the Whataburger. I order like $21 worth of Whataburger breakfast, and I fucking bust out the card.
Let's go.
And they're like, "There's nothing on this card."
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I mean, you are wearing a Whataburger orange beanie right now. I want to say this, but can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, because I couldn't hear you for a second. But what are the chances Nora took that bitch and just totally used it all?
0.0.
Yeah.
0.0.
Yeah, she had the last laugh. She was like, yeah, so he cheated me out of my looking all smug over there in his cowboy boots running laps. I'm going to go take this thing and but in all seriousness, that's pretty low, man. It's like fucking you make somebody dress up as a burger, and then you can't, and then you throw them you dupe them with a fake Whataburger card.
Oh yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, no, I felt horrible after that.
Did you still buy the food?
Absolutely, yes.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
I would have turned around and left, 100%.
I know you would have, but not me. I was like, then let's go ahead and add an extra apple pie on that one. But
do you guys take cash?
Yeah, no, dude. Oh my gosh, we should probably do an episode on Whataburger. Even though they got sold to some like Illinois company.
Are you serious? Well, let's not get into it right now. That's crazy.
Oh,
you didn't know that? That happened like 2 years ago, bro.
That actually hurts my feelings.
I know it's devastating. It's devastating.
That's a pretty big blow to Texas. I mean,
the first time that I saw a Whataburger outside of Texas, it hurt my feelings.
Yeah, there's one.
Arizona is where I saw it. No,
yeah.
New Mexico.
New Mexico is the next state. Yeah,
is where I saw it, and I was like, "Excuse me, sir. the fucking border is like 5 miles that way. Thank you."
Yeah.
I was going to say that's one state over. You got incredulous over one state over.
Well,
I mean,
look at this
plus,
fucking yank.
What?
Yeah,
plus,
you guys don't
New
have
Mexico's
states big enough to declare anything. So.
I know. Seriously, you could fucking
okay.
accidentally go through Connecticut.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all right. That's all right. I'm okay with that. We got plenty of fast food here. We got enough fast food.
So
there's
God. That's
before we lose.
I'm just saying. I'll take a piece.
Grasp this better than any other burger place. If you're gonna build a burger, you build out. You don't build up. All right. I think that's one of the biggest things that other burger places do is when they build a burger, they give you 3 patties, they stack a bunch of shit on your burger. How do you bite that? You gotta squish it down? Nah. All right. You give me 2 solid patties. Add whatever the fuck you want on it. That's how you build a burger. But you fucks don't know how to build a burger. You build up.
Fucks.
That's true though. Whataburger
That
does
is fair.
have the diameter
That's a good take,
down.
Nick. I'm gonna give you. Yeah, you
I'm
deserve
agreeing
it.
with him. I'm agreeing with him.
Devin-
I think that Whataburger has got the diameter more appropriate.
Well, Devin,
the side.
Devin, I don't really like that take from you.
Go ahead and edit it out then. I don't give a shit. Yeah.
Great
but
take,
I was gonna
great take,
say
though,
that.
Nick. Great take, Nick.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was gonna.
The same thing.
I was gonna say though that New Mexico has their own version of Whataburger, and it's actually really goddamn good. Blake's Lotta Burger.
Oh, I'm gonna definitely try that shit, man.
Yeah,
Wow.
Blake's Lotta Burger. They're not as common as Whataburgers, but they're really good, and they're.
Sounds like
I think they're
sounds like these snakes stole a burger is what it is.
stole a burger.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh my god, should we just start the show?
Let's get into it. I'm
Let's
ready to
start
do
the
part
show.
2, baby.
Okay.
Mac and
This
cheese.
is a fast food. If you can't guess, this is a fast food podcast.
You
all
know,
right?
I would call us a food history podcast. TBH,
Yeah.
all right? Because I don't think we just cover fast food anymore.
Well,
I think we
I-
cover all facets of food. I would say that it would be unfair to us to call ourselves simply a fast food
I think
podcast.
that we dabble into these different areas.
We
for
eat.
sure.
We be eating.
We be eating.
Yeah.
We'd be eating.
Yeah, I think that's so. This is the type of podcast we just be eating. All right, we just be eating. But welcome to the.
That's
Cheesus
all we.
Jordan-
That's all we do on the show. It's 50 minutes every other week of us eating.
Yes, me eating. Yeah. But welcome to the show. I'm your host, Nick Ortiz. With me, as always, my co-host, DJ Dill, Subway, S to the Ubway. What's goody, homie?
What's up? This is your boy Devin Dill Subway, aka Taco Bell Pope, aka the Mac and Jesus, baby.
The
We
mac
here.
and Jesus.
Mac and Jesus.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, the macaroni noodles in this mac and cheese. Jordan Craven's Krenek.
Hey,
How's y'all's
oh, Nick, you're
New
too
Year's?
kind. You're too kind.
That's what happens when you sit next to the board. So how was y'all's New Year's? Pretty good?
Great so far. Sober as fuck
Sober as
over
fuck.
here.
That's funny. Nick and I literally just took shots.
We literally just took shots,
Yeah.
and I have not had much to eat today, so I be feeling it.
He's blackout drunk. Right
I'm
now.
blackout drunk
Yes.
right now. Yeah, it's
So, yeah.
crazy. But so your New Year's been pretty sober. That's fun.
Yeah.
What about me?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for asking, Nick.
Yeah, what about you, Jordan?
My New Year's has been pretty good, dude. You know, I have such a good relationship,
Okay.
and I think that's one of the things I'm just engaging.
Well,
in
you
the
heard
most
it
these
here
days.
first. Jordan is
Wow.
off the market.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Off the market.
Sorry,
Sorry, dudes.
and gentlemen.
Sorry,
Unfortunately,
married
and anyone
married
else.
at first sight producers.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, that was. I know, dude. I
Yeah,
know.
you almost got married at first sight.
I almost.
You're almost a reality television star.
Damn.
So close, so close.
Yeah.
But
But you said no to pursue a relationship. Come on, dude.
Grow
Come on,
up,
dude.
grow up,
Grow
dude,
up.
grow up.
Come on.
But yeah, that's been going really well, and you know, I really feel like last year I knew what I wanted,
Mm-hmm.
you know, at the beginning of the year, and I usually, I think you've heard me say this before, or maybe I've said on the show or to you, one of you individually, but I'm not much of a resolutions guy. Like, it
Yeah.
doesn't mean that
Mhm.
much to me. I usually set my goals, and whenever I guys on my own terms kind of thing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'm pretty,
yeah.
I'm pretty self-disciplined, and you know, I think, but anyway, so like I have things I want to do, and but last year I was like, well, this year, since the counting is starting over, it was as far as like what I'm gonna earn for the year, I had
Okay.
set a new goal, and I was like, I knew I wanted this, and I was like, and I set it in a way where I believed in it. I thought
Mhm.
about it in a way where I believe I can do this.
Yeah.
Sure.
But there wasn't as much action behind it. This year I feel the action steps coming into play in a different way. already. Actually, in my life, there's a bit of discipline, and to be honest, I have to say the relationship is helping me be that person.
Nice.
So
Good for you,
that's
man.
yeah. I
Well,
would say
if
that's the
she's
beginning of it.
listening, please leave a review.
A good review.
That was fucking perfect.
Well,
That was great.
I do want to say that actually brings me to our topic today. Jordan, so what are you earning this year? But that's
Yeah.
great. I'm happy both of y'all are having a good beginning year. You know, for New Year's, Nora and I, we dipped and dabbled in some LSD and watched some Taylor Swift.
Nice.
Eras Tour, which was amazing.
That's the movie, right?
Yes, dude.
Okay.
It was
Yeah.
so good. It's 3 hours long. It goes by in a fucking blaze. It was so good. Very talented young woman. 10 out of 10.
Any
watch again.
any Swifties out there, go ahead and leave a review.
Yeah, leave a review, all right? I'll tell you. Nobody likes reputations, but guess who does? Old Nick Ortiz. But yeah, cool. Well, I'm happy that y'all had a really good week, really good really good New Year's. Hopefully the New Year's seeming already pretty good. We got some good memes out there. Cat Williams out there talking shit about every
Oh
comic,
my
which
god,
is
dude! The Cat
Oh,
Williams.
yeah.
so good.
It's
oh
crazy.
My God.
I have to ask you. How do y'all feel about? Let me just say I give my 2 cents really, really quick.
Yeah.
I am about 80% done with it, because
Okay.
it's 10 hours long.
Yeah, I would say it's so long.
But I was in. I was all in
Mm-hmm.
for the first 35 minutes.
Okay.
And then he said he read 3,000 books a day. Or a year. 3,000 books a year for 4 years straight, starting at 8 years old to 12, which is actually, I guess, 5 years. But he also said he ran a 4.4, 4.3. He really said 4.3. Sometimes he said sub 4.3, which means 4.2, 4.1, 4
Okay.
flat. And there's literally no fucking way.
So you just don't believe what Cat Williams is saying.
Part of what, but now I'm having a hard time because I know that demeanor. When some people I can see in their interview, he's nodding a lot.
Yeah.
And when people do that,
Yeah.
it's how they lie sometimes. Like I'm not calling him a liar. I want to be very clear. I don't think he's. I don't.
Heard it
I'm-
here first.
I don't think he's a liar
We're beefing.
yet. I just I know that demeanor from some people, and I've read and seen that from a lot of people.
Yeah.
And if I'm just reading contextually, if I'm taking some of the things he said, which are very hard to believe, and then also simultaneously looking at some of the delivery in his body language, it feels off.
I mean,
It feels off.
I take everything that anyone says with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? And as someone who's worked with Michael Blackson, maybe he's right. I don't know. I have no idea.
He did say the thing about Michael Blackson.
I know he did. I have no opinion on it, to be honest with you. You know,
It's pretty entertaining, though.
It is. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to be entertained.
Token white guy chiming in here. I haven't watched it yet. Did you say how long it was? How long was it?
It's 3 hours. It's 2 hours and 50 minutes.
No, it's 3 hours and 1 minute.
Oh, is it? I thought it was 2 hours and 56 minutes. Some shit
It's
like
just
that.
it's just under 190 minutes.
Wow.
So I haven't watched it. I've read a little bit about it. I heard he was beefing with Ludacris a little bit. Dropping some.
Ludacris, Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, Michael Blackson, what's that dude? Ricky Smiley. The people he was not beefing with were
Wanda
Gary
Sykes.
Owens. Yeah, Wanda Sykes.
And he named some much older
Bernie
comedians.
Mac.
Bernie Mac. But I
Yeah.
think that I think if Bernie Mac was alive, he probably would have something to say.
Oh, definitely.
That's how I feel.
Bernie Mac is one of my favorite comics. I fucking love that dude. I got a dog named
Brilliant.
after him.
Yeah. I think that I lost my train of thought.
No worries. I think you're probably the only qualified person to talk about it. So, but moving on, okay. But that's all to say that this New Year's already looking pretty spectacular, to say the least. So we're just gonna keep that train running, and what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna talk about the second part to mac and cheese. Now, before I do that, I do want to say, please follow us on social media. Cheesy Gordita Bunch, pretty much everywhere you look. If you just look up Cheesy Gordita Bunch, you're gonna find us all over the web. Follow us, leave us a review, share it to your friends. Yeah, thank you so much in advance.
Disclaimer though, when you do type in cheesy gordita bunch, scroll through all the stuff that says cheesy gordita crunch first. So do cheesy gordita bunch podcast. Google that. That's a much easier Google.
Well, the sources for today's show is the Savory Tooth Tiger. We got the Medium article, Please Raise Your Forks for James Hemming, the founding father of mac and cheese. A spoiler alert by Emily Lindstrom. And, of course, The History of Black Mac and Cheese on YouTube by One Mike History.
Nice.
Yeah, check them all out. I may leave a link to them in the description if you want to just check out the articles yourself.
Emphasis maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Hard maybe. But, yeah, where we left off. So it's 1769 when the British folks started adding cheddar cheese in their mac and cheese. Now, just 15 short years later in 1784, quote-unquote founding father Thomas Jefferson and James Hemmings, an enslaved man.
Hey, don't talk about
Paris.
my ancestor like that.
Oh, fuck. An enslaved man went to Paris for 5 years where he trained as a chef. Now, during this time in Paris, while Jefferson was acting as the U.S. minister to France, Hemmings learned a bunch of recipes, including one called macaroni pie. Now, at the time, James was only 19 years old, and old Thomas Jefferson paid James a wage of $4 a month. And though it was a steady wage, it was far less than what he was paying his previous chef, who was a white dude. Now, James Hemming, who was, again, 19 at the time, trained at the most prominent French catering companies in Paris and even in the royal household of Prince of Condé Chateau Chantilly. Chateau Chantilly?
I think that is Chateau Chantilly.
Okay, sure. I took French in high school. After 3 years, James was running the Jefferson's Kitchen in Paris, the hotel. You do this one.
Hotel. Oh, a Hotel de la Jacques.
Yeah.
De la
Hotel de la Jacques as chef de cuisine, which at the time was the highest ranking kitchen in France. So this dude is like in his early 20s, think 21, fucking just running this kitchen because he was a straight up professional. He even learned French, even going so far as to taking the money that Thomas Jefferson, the meager money that Thomas Jefferson was paying him, and he even paid a tutor so he can learn the language so he can better his craft, which is insane. I mean, just at this point in time, just think about this dude. He's an enslaved person. He's cooking for a founding father, and he's using his money to learn French so he can become a better chef. That's insane to me.
That's pretty. That's actually pretty. That's pretty cool. That's pretty inspiring. You talk about being motivated and being deciding to be exceptional at something. That's dope.
Yeah. Classic fucking Thomas Jefferson just putting his name on a restaurant and just not doing anything there.
Oh,
just fucking
absolutely.
Hey, don't talk about my great grandpa Tommy like that, okay?
Yeah. Like it's really embarrassing too that the mac and cheese, you think of the French with all their cheese, but no, it's a couple of Americans going over there making it fucking happen. So.
Oh yeah, and so do either one of you know what a chef de cuisine is?
Put it on us.
Dill, do you know?
No, I'm gonna guess like a really highly decorated, respected chef.
Yeah, it's the dude under the executive chef. It is the kitchen leader, and he is tasked with overseeing the kitchen staff and developing recipes. So, this dude is really pushing it out, and we're talking about France. I don't know what France's culinary art is looking like at this point in time for them, just because I don't give a fuck. But you could imagine, just considering how revered French restaurants are and how technical French cuisine can be, this dude must have been just fucking whipping it up in there, which is pretty crazy to think about.
Yeah, they some stinky cheese people over there.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! Blue cheese, no thank you.
Ooh, yeah.
Blue cheese is so nasty.
Yeah, it's
I pretty much
disgusting.
like all cheeses actually, but blue cheese is disgusting.
I just don't like any of the really stinky cheese because
give me one.
not only does it, I can't think of blue cheese.
Blue cheese Gouda.
I like Gouda. I like Gouda. Gouda's pretty good.
What about Limburger?
Haven't had it.
I've never had it. No.
You know what I'm into these days? Munster.
Ooh, Munster's
Ooh,
good.
Munster's
Yeah, Munster's
banging.
bomb as fuck.
Yeah, Munster's
Brie
banging.
is also good. I saw a couple brie
Brie's great.
bakes.
Brie's
Yeah,
great.
brie bakes you can make. You can like wrap it and then like drizzle some honey on it, which looked fucking decadent as shit.
I love a fucking good feta cheese. That's
You know, the thing is I didn't really fuck with lasagna until just recently because I don't really like feta cheese. Yeah.
Well,
I like it
there's
on
not
the-
a whole lot of feta in lasagna, though.
Really?
It's
What's that
ricotta.
Oh, okay. Then it's ricotta I don't really fuck with.
or used to not fuck with.
I kind of don't fuck with. Yeah.
But you like lasagna now?
I mean, if I'm like stoned enough, yeah. Yeah, thanks
In-
for
in-
slowing the show down.
Inconclusive.
Yeah.
But
Thank you for don't challenge my fucking cheese knowledge on the show.
who do you think you are?
I'm the fucking host.
My favorite is the 3 cheese blend. That's my favorite. cheese.
Look at you.
Oh yeah.
My
Wow,
favorite
fancy.
nacho cheese sauce. But
That's by far my favorite, actually.
a tour of northern Italy purportedly inspired Jefferson to design his own mold for making macaroni, which, with his secretary, William Short, able to procure a machine from Naples. Now, while Jefferson is often credited for introducing macaroni and cheese to the newly independent colonizers, it was actually James Hemming who streamlined the European original and into the contemporary dish Jefferson popularized stateside. Yeah, because again, it was a really arduous task to do all this shit. But yeah, James was able to like really streamline the process. And of course, Thomas Jefferson, as we'll find out, he imported so much shit. You know, he was like on America's dime at that point in time. He was importing. We actually get into it right now. So when Jefferson returned from Paris, he came back with 86 crates of copper cookware, a macaroni maker, ice cream making equipment, a waffle iron, a bunch of European wines, olive oil, and a fuck ton of recipes.
Wow.
Wild. So was this when he was president?
No, this was when he was just the minister, the minister to France. He was that for 5 years. And I think when he came back is when he became president. Now, one of the most infuriating parts was in my research, I saw that Thomas Jefferson was referred to as the founding foodie.
Ooh.
That's a big. That's
The founding foodie.
Yeah, that's.
Foodie.
You know that.
That's some like BuzzFeed 2012 type shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
That's a grand title. I mean that's a. What's the word I'm looking for? That is quite a claim. Let's just say that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I mean, sure, a foodie doesn't necessarily have to be someone who is cooking the food, someone who is procuring the food, or anything like that. But it just seems like, I don't know, it feels a little tone deaf to call him the founding foodie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it really does. Especially since he probably brought all this stuff back so his slaves could cook, could do all the work, and make all the good food. So
Yeah. Well, they called him this because the recipes that were found at Jefferson's slave labor camp called Monticello, and all the recipes were written in his handwriting. But let's be fucking real. This dude wasn't fucking cooking anything. You know, he wasn't in the kitchen, and according to records, the only time Jefferson was in the kitchen was when he was like fixing the clocks. Yeah, when he was fixing the clocks like in the kitchen.
So you over there,
That's
I need you to prepare the macaroni mold and input the. You over there, you stir that pot of food faster. Me, I shall fix the big hand. Reach 5. Fixing the clock.
That's more than I do.
Thanks a lot.
I mean, fair enough. But yeah, I mean, all of his food was cooked by a talented team of enslaved chefs. Now, at this time, mac and cheese was still, again, a very arduous task. You had to roll out all the pasta. You had to press it into a machine. You had to cook it, bake it, all this shit. And James and his team would make the mac and cheese pretty fucking regularly. They would make them for state dinners all the time. So often that the quote, he would, feed founding fathers, but Jefferson even dubbed James Hemming's meal that he made for Alexander Hamilton a meal, quote, to save the Union.
This is good.
Yeah, ultimately,
You know what?
This is too good.
Ultimately, it squashed the beef between Hamilton and Jefferson, which led to the agreement to establish Washington, D.C. as our state capital.
Are you fucking
Wow.
serious?
Yeah.
So like
Look
mac
at- look
and
at
cheese
mac
is
and
at the
cheese.
cornerstone of democracy. It's fundamental to.
It's truly
the growth of-
American. It's truly American.
Mac and cheese has made more political progress than anyone in the last 100 years.
And I'm not gonna lie, like when you get that like handmade rolled out pressed spaghetti, that shit is bussin'. That
Oh,
shit
yeah.
slaps so hard.
No, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
Again, whenever you eat something that is a labor of love, you usually can tell.
Yeah.
You can tell that
Yeah.
someone put their time, their thoughtfulness into making this meal for you. And I'm sure that's exactly how they felt. Even though this person again was an enslaved person, I don't want to romanticize it at all, to be honest with you. But at this time, James Hemings would petition for his freedom time and time again, and was denied every single time because old TJ hadn't given any of his enslaved people freedom. At this point in time, he had owned 600 people at this point in time, and not a single one had been given their freedom. Now,
But James, if you are to be free, a free man in this society, who will make my mac and cheese?
now
That's so fucked up.
in 1793, begrudgingly, Jefferson and James Heming had come to an agreement on his freedom. Jefferson stated,
Such a person as I shall place under him for that purpose to be a good cook. This previous condition being performed, he shall thereupon be made free.
basically, if you teach another person to be a cook, I'll give you freedom.
That's okay.
Yeah, I guess.
That's got to be one of the lowest entries for freedom in slave history.
Maybe.
Oh, that's pretty low. I'm not saying this is acceptable behavior.
No, I know you're not.
I'm
I
just
know you're
saying, I'm like, that's all I got to do. Okay,
Yeah.
that's not too bad.
Well, for 2 years, James actually taught his younger brother, Peter Hemings,
Trapped his
how
brother
to be.
there.
I know. He taught him how to be a chef, and in 1796, James Hemings was actually able to gain his freedom. Again, out of 600 people,
Peace, bro.
out of 600 enslaved people, Jefferson had only freed 2 of them.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
one being James Heming, the other being his brother Peter.
Wow.
Yeah, so in 1801, Jefferson offered James a position at the White House.
Shows you how. Sorry, I'm just.
No, please.
Shows you how valuable a good cook is.
No, seriously.
He's like-
Shows you how big of a fucking asshole Thomas Jefferson is. Like that's like all these slaves, a lot of them that he was like having kids with.
Yes.
and, like banging.
I mean, his James' sister was one of. I hated how they referred to her as like a mistress, because she wasn't a mistress. She was like a rape victim of Thomas Jefferson. But yes, he had like a lot of like quote unquote illegitimate children with slaves, which is insane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But so yeah, he had offered that position to James Heming in 1801 to be like the chef at the White House. But James was like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm happy here in Baltimore." Like, he had a pretty good setup at that point in time. He would be offered that position again, and of course he would decline. But unfortunately, in 1796, James Hemings, the man who really brought mac and cheese to the United States, would die from suicide at the age of 36.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
That is so sad.
Oh yeah, I mean I couldn't imagine the trauma that he had gone through, and what leads a man to that point, especially at that point in time.
36 is not that old.
No, I'm like Devin's like 2 years, like Devin's like 40. You know what I mean? That was Devin 4 years ago.
Yeah. Damn.
It's like it was getting up there for the time though. Like 36, I feel like at that time was considered old.
Nope, I guess it's about that time. 36, time to fucking punch out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think some of these people, and during the time, they would live to 60, 70 or whatever. So I guess
yeah.
but
So
36
many
is still
terrible people would live to like their 80s. You know what I mean? But in 1824, James Hemming's recipe for mac and cheese would appear in a cookbook called the Virginia Housewife, where it would become extremely popular from there. But in this recipe, it wasn't very specific about the cheese that you would use because apparently Thomas Jefferson would import fucking Parmesan from Italy. He did this until the day he died.
Wow.
And because the average American didn't import Parmesan, they were just basically like, use whatever fucking cheese you have, all right?
Yeah.
If you can get your hand on some cheese and some fucking pasta, this is how you should make mac and cheese. And yeah, I'm really happy that I was going to say I'm really happy that he got some credit, but I'm not completely sure that they gave him credit, gave James Hemming's credit.
Maybe not enough,
for.
but number one, two things. He's getting credit in the sources that you.
Yes, he is.
And secondly, we're giving him credit on the show now.
Absolutely. Just
so
as good.
Maybe not enough credit, I think you're right, but he's getting some, which is cool.
Now again, mac and cheese remained a dish amongst the elite until the mass production of pasta and cheese. The production process became pretty easy and cheaper, and they established like the first cheese factories in the United States, and that amplified the production of cheddar cheese, which became the most popular ingredient, which led to it becoming the more friendly like working class like people cheese, and also a really working class people's dish. Now,
that makes sense.
I would say this is really where it lost the Italian and the French origins, because America really started like producing a lot of that stuff itself, and it said after emancipation is when it really evolved into like the African American community. So yeah, that's when it became two different distinct identities. A side dish, made on the weekdays. You have like meatloaf with a little bit of mac and cheese and mashed potatoes. But then there's the more elaborate baked dish made to celebrate like Sunday supper or holidays. And that's I think the last episode when we talked about mac and cheese, I think that was the mac and cheese we were really talking about in those distinct holidays.
Yeah. That's mac and cheese in its best form, if you ask me.
I do like a simple mac and cheese. But I was talking to one of my friends, Lauren. We played D&D together, and I was telling him about the episode, and he was like, "Oh, dude, I've been like perfecting my mac and cheese." I'm like, "Oh, really?" And I was like, "What do you put in it?" He says, "Cottage cheese."
Oh.
Yeah, he's like cottage cheese.
Nick. This is the whitest thing I've ever heard.
Absolutely is the whitest thing I've ever heard. Anyone's heard.
What did you say back?
I said, that is the whitest thing I've ever heard. I said, that is disgusting, Lauren. If I could spray you with water right now, I would.
God, you are
disgusting.
so far from perfection when it comes to
I can't help it.
mac and cheese. Not you, him.
Oh, yeah.
He's so far from perfection on mac and cheese. It cannot be stated.
But with these more elaborate dishes, this is also when it became really popular to bake in like layers of mac and cheese. And additionally, black women are credited for spreading this dish first as enslaved women, then to like domestic workers. Now, they were instrumental to the evolution of mac and cheese, and oftentimes it showed off their ingenuity. Now, in 1911, the very first processed cheese was developed in Switzerland. I thought it would be processed here in America. You know what I mean? Like, that just seems like something very American. But yeah, no, it was Switzerland. Now, this was made because they were looking for a cheese that had a longer shelf life. They found that emulsified cheese sauce could be recooled into a solid. I knew you would ask, so I looked it up.
Let's go.
So emulsified, it's like blend, but not blend, if that makes sense. So essentially, it's blending something like oil and water together, but it's in a suspended state. Does that make sense?
What do you mean suspended state?
So mayonnaise is a good thing. So a good thing to like point as. It's emulsified eggs and oil. Now they don't exactly mix together, but they are they're able to be in a state that makes it like creamy, and that's why if you over mix something, it can like become clumpy or almost like scrambled eggs.
Okay, that's really that's actually quite educational. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's what emulsifying is. That's why if you over blend something or over emulsify it, you can get like chunky hollandaise and shit like that.
Okay.
But let's see. But yeah, so they found that emulsified cheese sauce could be recooled into a solid. Now, shortly after that, a Canadian-American businessman named James Kraft applied for the first U.S. patent covering a new method of storing cheese, which halted the maturation.
Yeah, the maturation process.
Maturation process by sterilization. And now maturation.
So they cut his balls off.
Yeah. No, they gave him a vaccine.
That would slow down the maturation process for sure.
Yeah. Well, maturation, for those who are wondering, is a process of cheese ripening. Yeah. Now, this patent allowed Kraft to build his cheese business.
Empire.
Empire. Yeah, empire that spans global. Now, in 1937, Kraft introduced the Kraft's mac and cheese,
Classic.
or Kraft's dinner if you're a fucking Canadian.
I love the Canadians. We love you.
Now, this product was fucking stellar, dude. It sold like hotcakes, and with WW2 on the horizon, people needed something.
Just say World War II.
WW2 with WW2 on the horizon, people needed to rely on a meatless meal.
Wait,
something
they're
that was
making
easy.
They're making a second Willy Wonka movie?
Yes, but they needed something meatless. They needed something that was easy and that could provide a hearty meal for a family. And plus, its shelf life was about 10 months. So that was pretty ideal, seeing as people didn't really have refrigerators.
This is interesting.
Yep.
I do have to say, if there's any movie that deserves a sequel, it's probably Willy Wonka. Because what happened after? I mean, after that HR nightmare.
Lawsuits.
When he gets arrested for multiple murders, and
they don't die though. I'm trying to tell you, they don't die.
They die.
They don't die. They don't die. They fix them all at the end of the episode.
The girl went into the fucking furnace. She
Yeah.
went into the furnace.
Veruca Salt had it coming, but she did go into the furnace.
She went to the furnace. And you mean to tell me they really stretched out Mike TV? Doubt it. Highly doubt it.
Well, but nonetheless, I mean, what about the original one?
Wow,
They survived.
Willy Wonka simp over here, huh? Just licking the boots
seriously.
of old Willy Wonka.
I don't know. The new one looks good.
Willy
but
Wonka was probably having his Oompa Loompas make the mac and cheese. You know what I mean?
Oh, fuck. Actually, I learned some crazy history about Oompa Loompas. So, did you know that the guy who made what the fuck's Roald Dahl? Roald Dahl was like really racist. Did you all know that?
I think I did know that.
And that like Oompa Loompa was like a like another word for like African people.
So are you trying to tell me that my great grandpa Tommy was Willy Wonka? Is that what you're trying
I am not saying that. All right. Now, 50 million Kraft mac and cheeses were sold during the war, and this was just the beginning. I mean, in 1975, Kraft debuted the spiral noodle.
Love the spiral noodle.
Yeah, it's delicious.
And fun.
Velveeta, yes, it was. Velveeta shells and cheese was introduced in 1984. A single-serving variation required only water called the Easy Mac was introduced in 1999. I remember when those came out. Oh, yeah. Delicious. And now we're here today with many different varied types of mac and cheese, a bunch of different brands, and obviously more coming. A flavor profile that is, I would say, uniquely American.
Yeah, I do really like the classic. I guess we can call it classic, but the bare minimum mac and cheese is a staple in the.
It's a banger.
Yeah, it's a staple in the American community. Unless you, I don't know, grew up in fucking Connecticut or something. I don't know, but
hey, we're mac and we love all the cheap mac and cheeses up here too. Which one's your go-to? By the way, I meant to ask you guys. Out of those. If you had to
crafts.
pick one.
Yeah,
Crafts,
the
yeah.
natural go-to is the boxed mac
The
and
blue
cheese.
box.
Yeah, the blue box. Yeah, that's the natural, like that's the immediate go-to. The easy mac I probably had more of over time. I think because well, I mean it was pretty easy to make. Those.
Yeah. Pop that bitch in the microwave. You good to go.
Yeah, a little water, little dusty powder,
Yes.
orange shit that's probably poison for you, but no problem. Let's eat it, and then you just keep it pushing. Little mac and cheese.
See, I'm partial to the Velveeta goo. I love the Velveeta. Velveeta is like.
Oh, we talked about this
I didn't
last
get-
time. You like the little pre-cum that comes out, the little cheesy pre-cum.
Disgusting.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Oh my gosh. No, I actually I do like Velveeta though. Like when my mom would make the blocks of cheese, like that was always the fancier one,
Yeah.
fucking fancy. But yeah, I mean I would say naturally like I think that's where it lies. I mean, but I don't know. I didn't try a whole bunch of shit, but the mac and cheese that like my mom would make,
Yeah.
for holidays and stuff, or like my grandparents or anybody else would make was pretty solid though. Like that stuff was really good. So
Was it
but-
baked?
Sometimes, yeah. Most of the time, yes. Yeah. We
Okay.
wouldn't not like bake it if it was a big,
Okay.
if it was a family gathering.
If you're making like a big ass like pot of like mac and cheese.
I mean, if it was just dinner, we wouldn't bake it.
Okay. All right,
yeah,
fair enough.
that was the different. Did you ever did your family bake it for like regular dinners and stuff? We only baked it for holidays and shit.
No. My dad we ate a lot of hamburger helper. I ate more hamburger
dude.
helper than I ate mac and cheese.
Me too. Same
Yeah.
here. Which I actually totally fine with.
Oh my gosh.
I
And
loved hamburger helper.
the thing is, and this may be controversial, hamburger helper is mac and cheese.
Yeah,
Hamburger
it is.
helper is mac and cheese.
No, it's that. I don't think that's controversial. I think you're hitting it on the head there.
Oh, thank God. I thought it was like,
Yeah.
Splitting hairs.
I was honestly,
Yeah.
I thought this was going to be another like, is a taco a sandwich situation. You know what I mean? Like I thought Devin was going to be wrong again.
That's not true.
I thought
but,
Devin was going to be wrong again. You know?
I don't like when Devin's wrong.
Neither do I.
Hamburger helper is definitely mac and cheese. Absolutely.
It is.
Absolutely on that.
Yeah, basically.
I did one time I made Emily this was like one of the most disappointed I ever saw Emily was I made mac and cheese. I made a mac and cheese bake, but I just used like Velveeta shells and I covered that and I put them in a like a crock to bake and I covered them with breadcrumbs. And she thought she was gonna get this real deal mac and cheese because the breadcrumbs are really deceiving.
Oh,
They-
definitely.
Oh,
When you
yeah.
got breadcrumbs,
You're like, damn.
you're telling a different story when there's
this man
breadcrumbs on
wants
top.
texture. He has the depth of flavor.
Yeah.
But then it's just Velveeta shells.
Underneath.
It's easy mac. He just dumped out from individual little fucking
Oh,
cups.
Devin, that is dare I say it, deceitful.
One of my favorite Macs, tuna mac. Have y'all ever put tuna inside of mac and cheese? It is
Yes.
delicious.
Yes, it's
my
good.
mom used to make that shit all the time. It's so fucking good.
Yeah, I think I mentioned I had somebody who I knew used to make the mac and cheese with the like the Southwest, like the chili,
Hatch chilies.
green chilies and
Yeah.
stuff.
So
That
are you
is
talking about
exceptional.
tuna helper? You're talking about tuna helper, right?
No, I'm talking about tuna
So-
mac.
I think I've had tuna mac. Yeah.
I've had tuna helper too, but like tuna mac is literally just mac and cheese with a little bit of fucking tuna dumped in it.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I mean, it's not my
I've never-
favorite.
I've never-
It's good cold.
It's exceptional. I mean, it's not exceptional. It is a.
I'm hungry now.
It's
Damn.
Thursday.
Got me
Yeah,
hungry.
dude. When are we doing a?
It's
When are we
Thursday,
doing a
and my
tuna
kids need to
episode?
eat right now, kind of meal, which is fine.
It is. It is literally that. It is. It is. My mom has to work. Super late. I made this at lunch. Y'all enjoy.
Yeah, I get it.
But actually, before we end this episode, I do want to play a quick game of Believe It or Not.
Believe it or not.
Past A or past nay edition, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about pastas, all right? What I'm going to do, for those who aren't familiar, the way Believe It or Not goes is I will give our contestants a question, and they have to tell me whether or not they believe it or not. But this time, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you a pasta name, all right? And then you have to tell me if it's a past A or a past nay, How's that sound?
All right, so
okay. I
make sure
like
got
it.
this right.
I
We
like
got-
this.
Oh, we have to. Devin probably has an advantage here. I want to state that ahead of time, but
Okay. Why do you say that?
I don't cook.
Yeah.
Oh. But you eat. Is that not true?
You know, but I also like drive a car, but don't know like anything about that either.
Fair enough. All right. So the way it's gonna work is I'm gonna if you get
All right, yeah. So proceed.
if you get an answer right, I'm gonna hit. If you get an answer wrong, I'll hit.
I can't hear these, by the way. Oh, I hear that.
Okay.
All right, I hear that now.
All
Okay.
right. So if y'all remember, since season 2, we have wiped the slate clean. So it is currently Jordan 1,
Naturally.
Devin Subway Dill, Zilch 0, none.
Wow.
Devin
Only-
Subway
only
Dill
one?
Pope.
Only one. We've only done one.
I thought I was losing by significantly more than that.
Oh,
so,
you are
okay.
overall
overall.
Okay.
Overall, technically yes, but
by a country mile.
but during season 2, only by one. All right. So
All right.
we
Let's do
will
it.
we will take it to our humble winner, Jordan Krenek. All right. So Jordan, if you will,
Okay. Paste or pasne?
paste or pasne? Festoni.
Festoni. Use it in a sentence, please.
No, thank you. I would not like any festoni.
Origin.
Italia. The Caucasus Mountains.
It literally sounds like a spelling bee. That's what it's like.
Festoni.
Festoni. I'm gonna pasne, bro. I'm gonna pasne.
Ooh,
Damn it.
wrongo.
Is it festoni?
Yes, festoni is a real pasta. It is a thin ruffled helix. Yeah, thin ruffled helix.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
All right. Dill, Devin, Subway.
What's up?
Paste or pasne? Cresta de gallo. Cresta de gallo.
Pasne.
Ooh, wrongo.
Yeah, that's a pasta too. Yeah.
That is a real pasta. That is a true. And actually, in Italia, it means coxcomb. Yeah,
Oh.
like it looks like a little rooster's head comb.
that cock.
Yeah,
Got it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Not the thing. Okay, not the other thing.
Not the other
that I
cock,
use.
Yes, not a coxcomb. So, just for those keeping track at home. 0 Craven's Krenek. 0 Subway. 1 Nick. All right. Jordan. Paste or pasne? Ligmatelli. Ligmatelli.
Ligma.
Telly.
That's a pasne. No way.
Pasne? Final answer?
Final answer.
Correct!
Yes.
Correct! Oh my god,
Fucking
that's
easiest question.
I knew he was gonna say that.
I knew he was gonna say
that. I knew he was gonna say that.
last season. Just like last season, this is some fucking bullshit.
No. It's not. That's a good one. That was a good one.
all right. Deal. Subway. Paste. Pasne. Tipo Bianco. Tipo Bianco.
Pasne.
I would. Can I guess paste? By the way, I just want to.
No,
say that
you can't guess. You can't guess shit. You already had your question. Pasne.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Correct. Yes. Correct.
Fucking mac and Jesus has risen.
And actually, Tipo Bianco means white guy in Italy, in Italian.
What's up?
Yeah, local gringo.
Yo, that's why I thought it was one because tipo in Spanish means type, right? Like or like a kind.
Oh, really?
Yeah, tipo like like it's like a kind. You might say like a red kind, right? You might say tipo de rojo or something like that,
That's pretty good.
And so that's what I was thinking. I was like, that's gonna be one. That was funny as fuck.
You're just making shit up now, Jordan.
I know Spanish, bitch.
All right. All right. So just to recap, we are 1-1.
Nick has one.
All right. So moving on to our champ. Our winner from the first round. We have Spaghettoni. Spaghettoni. Paste. Pasne.
I'm going Pasne. That's probably one, dude. Fuck.
Ooh! Wrongo!
What did he say? Rigatoni?
No, I said
Spaghetti.
Spaghettoni.
Spaghettoni.
It is a thick spaghetti. It is true. It is a thick spaghetti.
Okay.
Oh, so
Right. Yes, it's me. Okay, so we got
That's
just
so a girthy spaghetti
one-
is the understanding.
uno.
Okay.
Uno. All right.
Round 3. Devin, go for it.
All right. Subway. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Okay. Capelli de Chef. Capelli
Pastier. Pastier.
Pastier. Okay.
That's one.
Yep.
I can feel it.
Correct. Correct. Oh. All right. So we got who's keeping count?
It's 2-1, Devin.
I'm definitely keeping count now. I'm on 2.
Now he is.
2-1 Devin.
Okay,
All right.
go.
No Capelli.
No Capelli. No Capelli.
No, yeah. No cap.
No
go
cap.
ahead,
No
next
cap.
question.
All
Dead
right.
ass.
Capelli.
Jordy. Spaghettoni.
Didn't you just say that one?
No, I did not.
I'm going to Pasne.
Correct.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's tied. 2-2. 1.
Wait, so what was the one before Spaghettoni for Jordan? What was the last question? What was the question before that? 'Cause
Spaghettoni.
I swear to God, it was the same thing.
Spaghettoni and Spaghettoni. What did you say?
Spaghettoni.
Spaghettoni.
It was different.
Bell Nation.
It was different. It was different, Devin.
You got to tell me that this game isn't rigged. I mean, you're giving him the same. You're giving him the same shit, and he's just saying the opposite answer.
Hey,
so
listen,
I just
hey,
want to
listen.
point it out there. This
Hey.
game is fucking rigged.
Hey,
Always has been. Always will be.
Devin,
Go ahead.
That's not the attitude of a winner.
No, I mean it is.
Is it, though?
Just saying.
You know, as Cat
Go ahead.
as Cat Williams said, you have an unnatural allegiance to losers.
Ooh. You see, that was the thing I was going to say earlier that I forgot. Listen, this...
We are not derailing the show for your Cat Williams take.
No,
all
listen,
right?
all I'm saying is he actually said some really fire shit in the middle of all the nonsense.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
I just, that's what made it, like, interesting. I don't know. It was hard to decipher what was going on.
All right. Well, thanks for that. Okay, so who we on? We are on Devin. Devin P. Scamley. Here it goes.
for the lead.
Yes.
There's another L word you're looking for the loss.
Oh, we'll see.
Just kidding. It's 2-2. I don't know if there's another round.
All right. Devin. Putatelli. Paste or pasne?
Pasne.
Yeah, I think he's right.
He is correct.
Yeah.
God damn it. All right.
What's Jordan's next one?
It's 3-2.
Is it Spaghettoni?
All right. Okay, so
What's Jordan's? Let's penne.
all right. Jordan,
Let's hear it.
believe it or not, paste, pasne. Ziti.
Ziti. How do you spell it?
Z-I-T-I.
I'm gonna say paste.
Let's
go!
Correct.
The biggest bullshit.
Oh my
This is
God.
the
I hate both of y'all.
This is
Know
the
that.
This is the
Know that. I
stupidest
hate
bullshit.
both of y'all. I hate both of y'all. All right? I don't have any more questions. All right? Both of y'all won.
It's
All
tied.
right? Yes, it's tied.
Yeah, are you kidding me? You're not going to give me you let him go first, and you're not going to give me one to end the game?
I'll give you one to end the game. All right? I'll give you
All
one
right.
to end the game. Just 1 second. Let me look it up.
Oh my God! Here we go. You give him ziti, and you're like Googling some shit. You're going to you're Googling some obscure pasta.
First off, it's Bing. I'm binging. Thank you.
But he also could make one up, which is part of it because he could. That's what I'm saying. You might have to do more than one.
Okay. All right, Devin.
Or is it? Are we just doing one?
Pasne.
Just one.
This is for the game, dude.
All
this
right,
is for the game.
If not, it's a draw.
Pasne. All right, Devin. Are you gonna win this? Are you gonna let Jordan win? You let me know. All right. Bucatelli. Pasne.
Pasne.
You guys tied. Yes, that was a fake. That was a fake one. All right, it's Bucatini.
Wait, are you sure that we're
Yeah,
tied?
so I said Pasne.
Are you sure that
So
we're
I
tied?
fucking won.
He won. I think he won.
He won?
Yeah, I won because
No,
you lied.
I think he.
You made it up. You made it up.
Wait,
and
you-
I said, what
you
did
got
you
it right.
make?
They
What
got
did
the
you
last question
make?
right?
What
Yeah,
did
you
you?
got the yeah.
I think he was in. We were tied at already.
Yeah, I fucking won.
Oh, okay, then yeah,
Boom.
Devin won. Holy shit. No worries. I will be playing Italian music over this. Oh,
All right,
wow.
good.
Congrats, Devin. Honestly, 2024 will be looking good for you. You may be on the up and up, my friend.
I will say I don't think I had the advantage in this one, but it's okay.
Yeah, well, maybe
Well, you
next
did
time,
get
champ.
the softballs, so keep it interesting.
Yeah, true. But Bell Nation, thank you so much for listening. Share to your friends, share to your mom, share to your boyfriend, share to whoever you want. All right.
Some stranger on the street.
Preferably some stranger on the street, actually.
They might take it more serious that way.
True. Yeah, because I know whenever I tell my dad to listen to something, he's like, "Yeah, I'll do that," and then just never does.
My dad won't give me any time.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's not true for me, but
No, it's not true. He gives
my
me
dad loves me.
No, shut the fuck up. No, he won't give me any of his attention. It's so annoying. He gives me the nod along. That's like some people do nod along to be nice. Some people do nod along so they're not embarrassed. My dad does the nod along, so I'll shut the fuck up.
Cool. Well,
Like
thank you guys for
Nick
listening.
was trying to insinuate he was doing right now.
But thank y'all for listening. I really appreciate it. It's great to be back in the new year. Mac and Cheese 1 and 2 out now. Check it out. And next week we're going to be next episode we'll be talking about tamales.
Can't wait.
I know. Me too, dude. I've watched so many videos about tamales. I want to make some. I want to eat it on up. But yeah, be sure to follow us on social media so you can continue to stay up to date. Subscribe to our Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Audible, all the good stuff. So we even put out an episode on YouTube same day that this episode is uploaded on all those other streaming sites. So please check us out wherever you would like. Bell Nation, thank you so much. Jordy.
That's it, Holla. Appreciate y'all. Love it. Love y'all. Love it. And love this.
See, this is how you lose, Devin. This is how you lose. All right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is today's winner.
Thank you, Nick.
This is today's winner. Subway. Checking out. Future Pope. Mac and Jesus. The Parmesan and the Spaghettoni.
The
Peace,
Parmesan.
y'all. We'll see you next week.
The Parmesan Prince.
Parmesan Prince on this Ligmatoni. But Bell Nation, stay
Ligmatoni.
Baja blessed. Stay Baja blessed.
Holla.
Ligmatoni.
Ligmatoni.